Morning, welcome back to House Assets. Today I am mangling some bottles in order to create a LeakBack test for my van, and I'm just about to show you how I'm doing it, as I'm trying to make them a little bit less flappy than normal. So we're taking that horrible white bit off the top of the bottles, blowing in the bottles because we want to measure the amount of liquid in them. I don't want to collapse bottle. I'm going to cut these just around the nipple in the middle of the bottle, because they're those lift up to drink things. The nice thing about these is if you cut them in the middle, the grip pipe that I'm using nicely. Now just round them up again. Right. There. Like so. Grab a piece of tape. I love not having any nails. It really doesn't help when you're trying to do this stuff. Right. Tear it in half. This is a full width bit of gaffer tape, rhino tape, gorilla tape, whatever you want to call it. Gaffer tape might be it. All we're doing is we're leaving one side open, just so the pipe doesn't fall off the bottle. That's all we want. We want air to come out of this because we want to be able to measure the rate. Right, same again. We'll make two more of these. We've already done two with great poopy fashion. Here's one I prepared earlier. Here's another I prepared earlier. That's the one we just made. Two more to go. It doesn't take that long. It's actually quite easy. Getting the lid off is probably the hardest part of this whole thing. Don't get the blue bottles up. Pair the bottles at the end of this so they're all the same shape and size. It's a lot easier to do. Okay. Tape. Yeah, you've got to make sure your pipe is through the lid of the bottle, hanging out the bottom a little bit. Right, now I don't have a lot of pipe, so my pipes are really short. They could do with being a little longer. But I've been searching in this van where I know this pipe is for about 3 days now, and there's a complete messy git, and piled high. I can't find it. I've looked in all my drawers, I've looked in all my buckets and everything. It's just vanished. But I'll tell you what, as soon as I've done this, I will find it. I know I will, because that's how it works. Look, one more bottle. I've got one somewhere. Okay, let's just drink that and that'll be done. Okay, here we go. Right, I have a little gripe. I gave up aspartame a little while ago when I was in America, because it's really bloody bad for you. It gives you all sorts of medical conditions and problems, and it was really affecting me quite badly, so I gave it up, felt a lot better. Then I came back to England to find sugar tax had totally naffed everything up. This is flavoured water, okay? It's still, there is no reason whatsoever for it to have aspartame in it, and I can't blooming show you because the camera isn't good enough. That's my gripe. I'll tell you what, I'm getting really annoyed. I cannot find a drink that isn't just plain water, because I can't stand water. I can't find a drink that isn't plain water that doesn't have aspartame in it in the UK without spending £5 for about half a litre of drink, which is ridiculous. Even the dilute to taste stuff now has aspartame in it, which is ludicrous. It really doesn't need it. Anyway, there we go. 5 bottles, all with their little tubes in. Right, next bit outside, I'll realign the camera and we shall carry on. This is the top of my engine with the cover removed. My air intake usually runs across here because I made a new one out of drain pipe because the existing one was absolute pants and kept falling off and rattling really bad. Vauxhall Vivaros, the old ones, terrible for all sorts of things that shouldn't have happened. Anyway, here we are. Okay, so we've got injector, 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 fuel return pipe. Most important, you need to check this as well. This can be the cause of an awful lack of performance. So, there's a little spring clip under each of these, just underneath there. You may just see the tip of it. I'll show you one in a second. Like that. Put them somewhere safe. They're really hard to get hold of if you lose them. Make sure you've got a good grip on them as well, because they go pinging like nobody's business. Good pair of pliers only for those. And they've got to be needles, you can't get in there with anything else. Right, see that bottom one off. There we go. Right, that's 5 out. Now, we're going to take off the fuel return line. And the reason why we're doing this is we can perform a LeakBack test. The idea of the LeakBack test is to tell us which one of these, or many of these possibly, is leaking back too much, therefore degrading the amount of power or pressure that the main line feeds into the injectors. Because if one is leaking back, then you'll get less performance on that injector, and it won't atomize properly, and will start dribbling neat fuel into the piston chamber, which can cause detonation, which we don't want. And the reason we're checking the return valve, or the emergency return valve on the end of the fuel line, the main bar, the bus rail if you like, is because if that goes, then all 4 of your injectors have got less power than they should have, therefore not supplying the engine with enough go. At the moment my engine is not really picking up until I get to about 20 miles an hour, so I know something's wrong somewhere along the line. So I'm doing a LeakBack test on the injectors and the emergency return first, so I know where I stand. It was a good idea. Now you want to give them a little wiggle on the way out. They can be a little tough. And you don't want to roll them off the end of the thing because they're a pain in the butt to get out. Right, so I've already got a ton of return in that one, which is a little disturbing, and a ton of back pressure in that one, but it might just be because they were about to fire when I turned the engine off. So you know, I mean, this one's got less than this one, so I'm guessing that one then that one, which is quite common because it's 1342. C. Very gently get that bottom one off. Do not break the bottom one, it's the most impossible one to get off. There's a lot of fuel in that return line. Not enjoying that at all. Right, so we're going to very carefully not break this end one and try and feed it around all this pipe work, making sure that the end one isn't going to get snapped off, because if you're going to do it to any of them, it'll be that one. Very careful with that line. Right, just gently press it behind all your plugs and things, your pipes to your thingy, and just keep it out of the way. Number 1 has some depth marks on it. I'm gonna wedge that down there somewhere and make sure it really grips in there. You have to get the right size pipe for this. I'll measure it and tell you at the end. Okay. Now I had a kit that I'd made with an old fuel line and I used the same sort of pipe, but I put in those little posi drive screwdriver bits to bung one side of them, and then use the other side for the pipe. Right. I was going to go somewhere different. Right. Just try and make sure they're not going to fall anywhere. Make sure your connection in the top of the injectors is nice and grippy, because it's going to get shaken around for about 5 minutes, so you really want to make sure it's not going to go anywhere. Now this one, number 2, is already trying to pump up the line. It's a little disconcerting, which tells me it's leaking back pressure already. Now the return goes way down there, and we want to keep it away from the fan, by the way. Don't let your fan destroy your bottle, or your bottle destroy your fan. Okay, so that's in. You've got to put the air hose back on, or your van's not going to run. So let's do that very quickly. Where your EGR valve, there's a pin on the other side that does a vacuum, which goes to the map sensor, and if the map sensor can't read it properly, and the intake doesn't get any air through it because you've just taken the intercooler pipe off, you won't get this thing to start. So luckily our return down there, number 4, pumping away. Number 3, actually fairly good. Unless it's seized, of course, and then we've got the problem. Number 2 is absolutely chuffing out. Diesel. Number 1 is actually pretty good. Okay, so 1 and 3 seem alright. It's kind of a race between 2 and 4. Okay. Okay, but let's check these out now. I don't want to pour fuel everywhere. So, let's go number 1. Let's stand them off actually, see if we can. We'll lean them over there so they don't go anywhere. Wow, number 2 is kicking out really badly. I mean, that was what, a minute, chucking out loads of fuel. That's probably the cause of most of my issues. Okay, number 3 ain't too bad. And number 4 is pretty much the same as number 3. Okay, so I've reversed the order, unfortunately, but right, number 1, we have a little tiny dribble in the bottom of the bottle. Number 2 is absolutely chuffing knackered. Number 3, again, not too bad. Pretty much the same as number 4. So number 4, number 3 and number 1 are within tolerance, I'd say, but number 2, wow, that's really knackered. Okay, well, I'm going to change number 2, injector. Let's see if it changes my output, my engine horsepower, torque, any. Will affect torque like I've always been. I cannot get this thing to accelerate at the moment, so I'm guessing that's probably why. I'm glad it's number 2, because number 1 is a pain in the bum, and I've had to, because people have already stripped this out. I've drilled it out in the end to what was it, M8 or M10 or something? No, I think they're M8 already. M10 I've drilled that out to, and put a stud in there, and then widened the clamp to get some form of leverage on it to put it back in the hole. And when I took this out, I had this running for about 2 weeks without the clamp on in order to get that out, and it finally went. I did an 80-mile journey, and it melted what can only be described as body filler that someone has stuck in there to make the seat seal properly. And yeah, so I'm not really happy with that, but you know what, I got it to run in the end, so I managed to make a seal around the base. That's why it's totally black over there, by the way, because it was chuffing away and I had to make a seal. That was the only way I could do it. Nothing on the return pipe whatsoever. I mean, that didn't even dribble, so that's great. At least I know the fuel line's fine. It's just a case of getting out the bad injector, and hopefully that will cure me. Right, swap the injector out, and now I have to prime the fuel system, which is this primer bulb, and there's a little bleeder behind this, and there's a bit of a trick to this to get most of the air out of it you possibly can. just remove the damn thing and point the bleeder skybound. Right. Okay. Doesn't matter if you get it anywhere on a really old van, don't care. There we go, that's better. Right. Okay, tighten that back up. Now we're going to pump this until we've got a bit of pressure going on. Got a load of air come up and out of this. It may take a few turns over to get the thing to start up. Okay, I can see an air blockage down there. That hopefully will dissipate pretty quickly. Now return line's on now. I'll show you that in a second. So I've covered everything in diesel. Just get it picked up. Yeah. Ooh, I've had a clean bit of van. That was almost new. Oh yeah, that's what colour it was, huh? So many leaks on this van, I've kind of given up trying to keep it clean. We're out of gear. Wait for the dump. Right. So I've got no leaks from number 2 right here. There's no air coming in fuel line. Once it's pumped up the tank a bit, they're leaving out a little. Let's see how that goes. Oh look, EGR blank plate, that's how much I hate those blooming things. Right. Yeah. Turn my lights on, I might be able to see what I'm doing. Well, that's a bit better. I've got a brand new turbo in here, by the way. It's just late to come in. Oh, that's a little bit more. A little bit more sprightly down the bottom. Okay, right, I'm going to plug this in, delete a load of codes, and we'll see how it runs. Because it's still mightily slow to pick up. Might just be because it's cold though. Let's see how that goes. I think you're not chucking any smoke out. You see any smoke then when I did that?
Yeah, a little bit, not much.
No? Oh well, that's better.
Right.
Just replace an injector. Cheers, man. No, that's all from a minute ago. Let's dry off nicely. Okay, so we've got that's on there, that's on there. Okay. I'm going to clean out my math meter and then we'll see how this goes. That's the intake, made out of damn pipe. It's a bit stuffed up with this stuff on here at the moment. I need to run it over there really. Right. My math meter is right back there. A little bit long to start, but I think I've got a bit of air bleeding to go on in there. But that is a lot more steady than it was before. It was varying on tickover really badly. Still waiting for that turbo to kick in properly though. Oh, sorry. Yeah, we'll give her a little drive and see how it goes. It might be that my math meter's a bit knackered. Anyway, there we go. That's how you do a LeakBack test and what the results were, so you can understand and do it yourself.